Analysts say some softness in the feeder cattle market early in the week created pressure across the entire beef complex. I talked to Extension Ag economist Brian Williams about an outlook for cattle as 2015 gets started. Brian, has the new year brought some support to the fat cattle market?
It has. We saw the fat cattle prices tumble from about mid-November through mid-December, but since then they've kind of been on an upward trend and climbing.
Now, that Christmas time on feed report that came out before the holidays, any surprises really in that?
No, it was pretty close to expectations. The end numbers that we saw, placements were, or on feed, total on feed was up about 1.4%. Marketings were down quite a bit at 11%, and then placements were down about 4%. But it was all, within what we were expecting.
As far as live cattle, does it seem that there's more focus maybe on the potential for additional price as opposed to what's happening out there right now?
Yeah, there's some of it's being driven by looking forward. There's kind of pull in two directions. On the one hand, we have some positive signs from the economy with the growth in the economy. Lower oil prices mean more disposable income. On the negative side, we're still looking at some uncertainty in places like Europe that could hurt exports.
And as far as holding back heifers, does it look like that's going to be a trend or not? What do you think?
It looks like it right now. A lot of that's going to depend on this spring and how the weather is. We had good pasture conditions this last year. If we have them again this year, it looks like a lot of those heifers are going to be retained through the summer, and we'll see some growth in the herd. Now,
the feeder cattle market, we kind of had a pretty significant break back a few weeks in that market. What's going on there right now?
Yeah, they did. Just like the fat cattle market, the feeder cattle kind of tumbled through the month of December, but they've kind of bounced back over the last few weeks as well.
And some of the factors, there were a couple significant that kind of caused that, right?
Yeah, one of them, probably the biggest one, is corn. The corn prices over December had come up, and that really hurts the bottom line for the feeders. And then the other thing is the fat cattle, and those prices coming down for the packers. The prices were a little bit high for the packers, and so that brings the feeder prices down as well.